What's up, y'all? Here to bring you all your February 27th edition of Monday Night Raw, this Raw review. But before we get into it, man, first things first, I want to plug in real quick. If you haven't already checked out my AEW Revolution preview and predictions, the pay-per-view is this Sunday, but I actually already did the predictions for that show yesterday. So if you want to go check it out, link to that video is in the description below. But we kick the show off tonight with the technically, well, I guess you could say the Usos because they are brothers. Jimmy Uso and Solo Sikoa versus the Street Profits. These guys were cutting little, pretty good promos on each other before the matchup, and I actually thought this was a really good tag team matchup. I thought to kick off the show, but we had the team of Jimmy Uso and Solo Sikoa get the win. And as we saw afterwards, Solo grabbed a chair. He was about to end for its career, but before he could, Kevin Owens came out and pretty much took out the guys, Jimmy and Solo. So that right there, obviously Kevin Owens continuing his battle to take down the Bloodline all by himself. Now, the next big moment of the night I do want to bring up, obviously, we had the VIP lounge with MVP and his guest, Brock Lesnar. And rightfully so, MVP, Brock Lesnar going at it. The main object of this whole segment was, is Brock Lesnar going to accept Omos's challenge for WrestleMania? And, well, as we saw with the F5 MVP, it's going to happen, y'all. It is confirmed. Brock Lesnar will face Omos at WrestleMania 39. I'm seeing a lot of people online not really too happy about it, like, oh, this is a terrible idea for Brock Lesnar. Why? I don't mind. I feel like this is cool for Omos. He gets that big rug, win or lose. He gets that big rub, that spotlight against Brock Lesnar. And, I feel like Brock Lesnar and Gunther, I think that's a match you do for SummerSlam rather than WrestleMania. And I think Gunther has his own little stuff like Drew McIntyre and Sheamus, for example, that he's going to have to probably deal with for WrestleMania. But speaking of WrestleMania, we had the Royal Rumble winner Cody Rhodes take on Chad Gable. Obviously, we saw his boy Otis distracted, but Cody Rhodes got the win here. I thought this was a solid match. I don't think this is going to be the last time Cody Rhodes and Chad Gable face each other. I think the next time they face each other, it's going to be even better than this one. But this match was solid, to say the least. Cody cut a promo basically saying that he's going to confront Reigns on SmackDown, so that's going to be an interesting confrontation to see there. Next, we had Asuka versus Carmella. This match was all right, but this was really to give Asuka, again, momentum heading into her match with Bianca. Speaking of Bianca, she came out, confronts Asuka before Asuka could really get in what she needs to say to Bianca. Carmella attacks the pair, which, as we heard later on in the night, Carmella will face Bianca next week. Candice LeRae took on Piper Niven, and Nikki Cross was obviously by her side. And Candice LeRae actually got the win here over Piper Niven. But the match was, it really didn't last long, so I can't really give you a big rating for the match. But you can see here they're starting up, I guess you could say, a friendship between Candice LeRae and Nikki Cross, or this is going to lead to something like, I don't know, maybe I heard rumors that, obviously, we talked about it months ago, Eric Young coming back. So maybe this might be her way to kind of lure her in, and then, boom, Sanity comes back, and then more trouble for the Garganos, you know what I'm saying? But speaking of trouble, The Miz had a huge announcement, and he's hosting WrestleMania. I don't know why they're still doing these WrestleMania host things, because it's like when you're the host of WrestleMania, you don't do nothing. I'm just keeping it real light. Like we're in 2023, and the WrestleMania hosts are still a thing. I forgot who hosted last year's WrestleMania to be. In fact, I don't forgot, but that's what Miz is doing for Mania. Rollins comes out there. Basically, he was like, Miz, I attacked you because I want Logan Paul. And he attacks the Miz again because Miz says no. And then he's like, all right, I'm going to FaceTime Logan. Logan picks up. Logan's like, all right, you and me want to face each other? All right, you want to face off next week? Let's do it. So that's going to be that. Pretty cool segment, I thought. Really cool segment. And I really liked how they did it. They set it up to the FaceTime. I really liked how they did that. Bobby Lashley and Elias. This is Bobby Lashley just destroying Elias. And then he took the mic calling out Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt does this muscle man dance. So this is a weird, interesting build up for an promotional matchup for WrestleMania. But hey, I guess you got to do what you got to do. Don't be surprised if you see Bray end up attacking or Bobby confronting Bray on SmackDown or something like that. Gargano versus Otis, or Otis was next, and Gargano got the win, obviously. Yeah, there's really nothing I can really say about this match. And then, of course, the main event, Becky Lynch and Lita versus Damage Control for the women tag team title. This match was a pretty solid main event, I thought. I think all women looked pretty good here. Lita obviously looked like she hasn't missed a beat. The ending to Raw was pretty cool as well. But overall, I thought this Monday Night Raw episode, February 27th, I just thought it was okay for the most part. What I did like about the show, I will say that we did got a lot of built towards Mania, which was really good. Hope you all enjoyed my Raw review. Remember to check out my AEW Revolution predictions in the description below. This has been the Kid DC Wrestling, and so yeah.